We can do that. We can
It was a
do that.
compromise.
Take a couple and pass those out. Take at least 2 right to your dad. Good evening, my beloved Beyond the Call of Duty friends and family, and good evening to my beloved EOW family. Let's see if I can change this just a little bit. There we go. Allison's right there in front of me. She's going to show her face. There's her hand. Jason McCarter's over here. And
He's hiding.
Jason's hiding over here. Day 68. We're at the hotel inside, so we're just staying away from the rain. Let's see. At the very end is Cody, Damien, James, Ray, Richard. We have Kaylani. Hello. Krishna. And Cynthia is back home or go on her way home. So we said, see you later to Cynthia. And John is no longer here. So we said, see you later to John. But we have
Mike.
So we're blessed. We're blessed that we continue to have our good sponsor, Lodge 7. There we go. Lodge 7, Chicago, representing, and it was a blessing having John with us and seeing what we're doing, and also going back. I started going back and looking at some of the pictures the last 5 days and seeing how much love he was giving the families, and that's what it's about is giving all the love to the families and the survivors and the officers, and letting them know that that you as a lodge are there, but we as a organization are there as well to remember everyone. So it was a great day, guys, gals.
Yep.
We got wet. We got wet. It was pretty good. We got wet. So
You know what though? The biggest downpour was when we were at the first stop.
absolutely.
We already had parked.
Well, a couple short spurts during the
Yeah.
second stop too, but we at least had that
But
covered.
that real big
Yeah.
downpour, we were already off the bikes.
Yeah.
No, it was coming down pretty good. So pretty good. Great meeting some great families and officers. So that was awesome. Give a shout out to all of our sponsors, and we're going to add a couple more sponsors today. Repeat, talk about them like we normally do. Shout out to Chicago Lodge Number 7, Fraternal Order of Police. If you're not a member, you should look at it. Even if you're not in Chicago and you're elsewhere, you should look at joining an FOP somewhere. Shout out to Shellkirk Construction in Hayden Lake, Idaho. They became a first-time sponsor of us, and we are also hosting the raffle at their location on September 17th. So we are blessed to be able to do that. Huge shout out to Lone Wolf. They continue to be a sponsor. They sponsor a giveaway bike every single year. Plus, they host events at their location in Spokane Valley to raise money for us and organize raffles for us and things like that. Jason Gray, New America Funding. He has been a sponsor since we started. And if you need any advice, look up Jason Gray, New America Funding. Amazing man. No cost to you, and he'll also get you a loan. So we're gonna do some toast today.
Yes.
Yeah. 1350 is our sponsor for our toast, as well as that's where we house all of our banners for 1 year, starting September to September, and then we find a permanent home for them all. We're going to be doing a toast for Police Officer Gary Stephen Hibbs, Chicago Heights Police Department, Illinois, end of watch March 12th, 2021. We'll be doing a toast for Lieutenant James Kouski, Jr., Hometown Police Department, Illinois, April 3rd, 2021. We're also going to be doing a toast for Police Officer Ella Grace French, Chicago Police Department. End of watch was Saturday, August 7th, 2021, exactly 1 year ago. And this is her anniversary. All right. Richard, where do we start today? Oh, you have to look it up now.
Yep.
Do we know how many miles we have today?
No.
You guys are slacking.
We started off at South in Chicago Southland area. South Island was our hotel.
And we went to Chicago Heights.
Chicago Heights.
We were escorted by
Three
some.
different departments.
Well, no, it was the sheriff's office
Yeah, I think there was 4.
Yeah.
from the hotel. It was the sheriff's
hotel.
office,
It was the
sheriff's department,
Highway
and
Patrol.
the patrol office.
Cook County Police Department, and then Cook County Sheriff's Department.
Just some great people and great officers. We got to spend the day with them while they took us from one location to the other, and just absolutely amazing men. Well, this is us coming in to Chicago Heights. This is Gary's beautiful daughter and grandchild.
Yeah.
There she is, placing the rose. And Ray, you said this was a representative for
State
Chicago,
representative. He was the state representative for that area.
for the Chicago Heights area.
Yep.
And he just was amazing that he was there and supporting the department. And there's some of their officers signing the banner. There's Gary. That in the tan is the trooper that escorted us, and then those are the 2 sheriffs that escorted us as well. Amazing men. Some more family members as well as friends. Deputy Chief Commander and some sergeants. The son, Gary's son is on the far left, Gary's daughter on the far right, and then that's Gary's girlfriend. Yeah. So
His son's an officer at a neighboring agency.
yes, he is. He's also the firearms instructor for Chicago Heights PD. So pretty interesting. You know that. You know who that is.
Dave, yes, that's Dave. He's one of our. He's with us over at the FFP.
Yeah. That's the whole department. So Gary was interesting. I guess this is the reason we're having Coors Light today.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was the
Compromise.
The compromise.
There was a
That
compromise that we can do Coors
one
Light.
was Miller Lite, one was Bud
Bud
Light.
Light.
This was the compromise.
Compromise. Yeah. He absolutely loved police work and policing, and just had a passion for that. And any opportunity he got, he would be working, and that was who Gary was. And amazing man. 2 beautiful children and some grandchildren. And he started loving his grandchildren as they started being born. And his son has twins, and he really loved those twins. So, anything else I'm missing about Gary? No. I don't think so. He was a heck of a firearms guy, though.
Yeah.
He could shoot. Could shoot really good. So, from there, we left and went to hometown to go honor Lieutenant James Kouski Jr. And we arrived there in the rain, which is great. There he is. You should recognize this. There's a story about him as well.
Looks familiar, but I don't know.
He retired after 33 years with Chicago,
Okay,
and then he was bored, so he went to work.
at hometown.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Kevin.
Yes.
Stuffin.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, I spoke to him on the phone.
Yes.
All
Yeah.
right. Yes.
So yeah, he's been there.
He was a lieutenant with us, I think, when he retired.
I think so. Maybe he works there now. So, and that's a little bit of rain, just a little. just a little bit more rain.
But it was warm, so it was okay.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
cheap for hometown, and he said that Lieutenant was just a phenomenal man. One of the stories that he gave me was when the chief started, he needed a whiteboard to keep track of things, and so he'd have this whiteboard out, and every now and then, Lieutenant would come in, and even though he was not working, he'd just kind of come in, poke into the office. Chief would be like, "Hey, everything okay?" "Oh yeah, everything's good," and he'd walk out. He's very quiet. This went on for a couple of times. So Chief's asking the other guys, "What is going on?" They're like, "He thinks that his name's on the whiteboard and he's going to be in trouble. So that's what he's doing, just checking to see if his name is going to be on the whiteboard, that you're putting this whiteboard up for people in trouble." So thereafter, the guys figured out this is the best way to get even with him. So they'd get into the chief's office and write his name on the whiteboard. So he's a heck of a guy, though. So James, some of the other guys writing on the banner. A lot of people came out from the public.
Yes, it was a lot.
Yeah, we also had Daniel Groves' family over
Yep.
there. They came out and said hello.
Yep.
So. And then we were able to get some of the team members, and John was in this picture, so giving a lot of love to everyone. From there, we went to go honor Ella French, Chicago PD, and we were able to get all 608. Where did they go? That's
Soldier Field.
Soldier's Field.
And what is Soldier Field? Anybody?
That's what Chicago Stadium for the Cubs.
Exactly. I mean, Chicago Bears play there,
The Bears.
right?
No, Bears,
Yeah.
Cubs, yes.
Taxpayer dollars.
So,
Well, they used to play there. I think they're about to move.
yes,
So,
but still, that's an iconic place that we were able
Yeah.
to take all
Yes.
608 and be right there in front of where, and I think that was one of the doors that staff members or whatever use.
That's
yes.
what it looked like.
So it was pretty cool to be there. We got some good photographs. And this is your Gold Star Memorial.
Yes.
You want to talk about it?
So they're obviously dedicated to all of our, I believe we're at 595 officers that were killed in line of duty since the beginning. And this memorial is to honor their memory and the service that they gave to the city. There's bricks, actually, see in front of the chairs there, there's bricks on there, and a lot of those bricks are dedicated to officers killed in line of duty or officers who retired. They'll have their name and years
you
of
can-
service on there.
Yeah.
And then, as you're looking at the picture to the right, would be where all the actual names are for all the officers that were killed in the line of duty.
Right. No, it's beautiful. It's absolutely
It
beautiful.
really is.
So, and you were there.
I was.
You were speaking today, and you spoke elegantly. I mean, you spoke.
It happens every now and again.
right? But some really heartfelt messages about Ella and who she is and what she brought to not only Chicago PD but to the citizens, but more importantly, all of the men and women that she's worked with, and the two different precincts that she's worked with.
In the last year, I heard so many stories about the person she was at work, and and she just seemed like I said during my thing today was that she seemed like the type of person that you would want to work with, and just made work a little bit easier to bear. So
One of the things, Mike, we talk about a lot, and we see it every day when we're on this journey that we do every year. But just a few days ago, we had a nickname for one of our fallen that we called him Happy.
Yeah.
Right?
That's right. Yeah.
Right? He was such a beautiful man, a beautiful father, a beautiful husband. and his troops, the troopers that he worked with, named him "Be Happy" because he was a large man, but just always happy. And I look at Ella with her infectious smile,
Right.
and just hearing stories about her where she's just she was always happy, and all these beautiful men and women that are taken from us, taken from their families, uh, and they're all God fearing, they're all God loving, and they're all happy. You know, I don't see I don't see poison.
No.
So I got a story about Ella from one of the officers. He said that he started crying. He said he was reviewing some body cam stuff, and there was a body cam video a couple days earlier where they had gone to the wrong house or something, and there was a lady that was in the bathroom, and she had gone into the house with obviously other partners, her partners, and the lady was so embarrassed because she was in the bathroom and she was naked and being asked to come out. And Ella, in her compassionate, calm voice, toned everything down and said, "Where's your clothes?" Got the clothes, got it to her, and eased the situation. And that's who Ella is.
Yep.
So got the honor guard out there. Jim would have been absolutely jealous, wouldn't he?
yeah.
Of those bagpipes.
Oh yeah.
And they had the fire.
I still can't picture Jim doing that.
Yeah,
I
Jim
know,
does
I know
that.
He does it, but
Yeah. This was John and you.
Me.
Yeah, you do clean up,
Well, they said I had to wear a suit and tie.
right?
Okay. I don't own a suit. I have a couple of ties, but I don't own a suit. So, they told me the same thing last year, but I showed up in just a shirt and slacks. But this year it was very
Specific,
well.
documented.
Many people from 35th Street told me that I had to show up in a suit and tie. So my next best thing was my actual dress blues. So
You looked good.
thank you.
You looked great. That's me talking with John.
And it looks like Tom Ahern.
Yeah. It's Allison in the back and Jason McCarter. These are all the officers lined up in front of the memorial. That was John. I had asked to see if I could speak to Lori Lightfoot because I
Okay.
wanted Lori Lightfoot to know that we had brought the memorial there. And so John went up to, that's head of security for Lori Lightfoot. And unfortunately, John got shut down by the head of security. He said that everything would have to go through chief of staff. So I went and approached the chief of staff. I mean, I did what I did. And that's me talking to Lori Lightfoot after the chief of staff said, sure.
It's a great look.
Yeah.
I mean,
I just want to take the time to thank Lori Lightfoot for shaking my hand.
And coming to the memorial to honor the fallen police officers.
Well, we're reluctantly there, but we're there. And that's me walking Lori Lightfoot to our memorial because I wanted to make sure we got there. And she gracefully allowed us to walk across the crossing guard, crosswalk, and to the memorial. She did ask me, so it was interesting, Mike. I don't know if I told you this, but as we were walking, she said, where'd you come from? I wanted to say from my mama's belly, but I didn't say that. But I did tell her, I said, did you know I was born in Africa? Did you know that?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
No, I did not know.
Yeah.
I mean, I do. I did as of like 15 minutes ago.
Right.
First told me.
So Lori asked me, she said, where are you from? So I said, well, I'm actually born and raised in Africa and was raised over there as well and moved over here in 89 and then started getting into law enforcement and doing all of that. And so she was taken back by that. I think there was a moment of awe. And then she asked, how many people are on this memorial? So I said, 608. She says, that many died last year? I said, yeah, actually over 600. So So that was interesting. And there she is with us. I did ask her at this point right there because we're standing in front of Ella. I wanted to make sure that if you, in fact, you can see the little tube right on the memorial. That white tube is a rose holder. We place a rose there.
Okay.
We have the moms or the dads or the husbands and place a rose in honor of their loved one. And I did show her that's Ella, and I did ask her if she'd like to take a photograph with me and her and Ella, and she said no. I did ask.
It doesn't hurt to ask.
No, I was hoping.
Right.
I mean, I do have a hats off. I gotta say this because I just have to say this. My hats off is that I appreciate Lori Lightfoot coming and seeing this beautiful
Yes.
memorial.
No, it was very nice of her to
It
do
was
that.
very nice of her. She recognized that all of these men paid the ultimate sacrifice and died in the line of duty. I had asked the superintendent, but I guess he was too busy. You know. So,
Well, they are busy people.
but Lori made the time to come,
She did.
and I was really hoping the superintendent, because really it is his department. But
I'd say
really close. It wasn't like it was right away.
no, it wasn't.
no, we were just 100 yards away from the ceremonies. So. But yeah, Lori Lightfoot indulged me by coming to our memorial and taking a look.
But she wouldn't take a picture in front of it.
No. But I mean, you go back
Baby
to the,
steps.
you go back to this. I mean, this is just look at this.
That face didn't change at all.
Maybe
I
she
mean-
just was wondering why James looks the way he does. Sorry.
I think the feeling's mutual.
I think she was getting angry because her picture was being taken.
Well, I just I wholeheartedly shook her hand with love, with love, respect. I just appreciate it, and hopefully, next year if she's still the mayor, and if we happen to come through here, or if I'm just passing through, Mike, maybe you could reach out to the office of the mayor, and if I'm passing through, maybe we could.
Have a reunion?
That would be great.
Absolutely. I think it'd be fantastic.
There's our beautiful memorial, as you see, and you looked at our memorial, and it's beautiful. I have all 608 men and women on here, and we talk about the blue line and its bond, and I appreciated Lori being there. Look at that beautiful lady. Look at her.
That's Elizabeth French. It's Ella's mother.
Yeah. Got her on the back of the bike.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Took her for. Did you know I took her for
She
a
really
ride?
is a wonderful woman. She's awesome.
There
Oh,
you-
you went for a ride with her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I
I
didn't
took
know
her for a
that.
ride.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Took her for a little ride, and she's gonna
That's
come.
so cool.
She's coming with us next year.
That's awesome.
She said she'd like to come for 10 plus days, and we're gonna get her outfitted, and so she can ride with us.
That is
And,
cool.
yeah, she's
Absolutely.
gonna give loves to all these other families now, and you know what? She's like ironclad, strong. And I was talking to her, and I showed her Andy, and you'll see Andy tomorrow because you're with us now 5 days. So, and I explained about Andy and what happened to just Andy, and Andy's mom and father, but then I also talked about what happened to Cortez and how Pauline's doing and how Alan's doing, and I just want to be able to now start introducing her to all these other mothers and
Right.
that have gone in the same boat that she's in. So, but she's amazing. But yeah,
She
got
really
her,
is.
got her on there.
That's great.
These are Ella's. So the two gentlemen in uniform are Ella's partners. That's Carlos. That was, and both these beautiful men were there the day of the shooting and were present with her. Carlos got shot multiple times and is paralyzed now. And Josh did not get shot, but is, you know, we all talk about survivor's guilt, and survivor's guilt and PTSD is absolutely a big thing in law enforcement, and it's something that we should not shy away from. It's something that we should talk. And I know you're on the wellness committee.
We are, and we've actually John and I, when we first took office 2+ years ago, we wanted to make officer wellness more of a forefront issue,
Yeah.
and it's something that, I mean, anybody who's spent any time in law enforcement, knows that the majority of for forever, officers suffer in silence.
Yeah.
They're we're supposed to be the ones that help fix people, help other people with their problems. We're very bad at fixing our own sometimes, and so we just want to we want to make it a normal conversation. And we've all seen bad things. We've all been involved in horrific, whether it be auto accidents, shootings, whatnot. Fellow officers getting shot and hurt.
We got rapes, we've got
Right.
child rapes, we've got the list goes on.
I
And
mean,
on.
talk to any officer, who's ever seen a dead baby, and
Yeah.
they can tell you exactly
Yeah.
every step of the way,
Yeah.
what happened on that call. Those are the things that it doesn't matter how mentally, physically tough you are. At some point, it just gets to you. And so we're trying to make it more obvious that it's okay to ask for help.
Absolutely.
And talk about
And have no reservations or get in trouble. There's not
Nope.
there's none of that. It's okay.
Absolutely.
And so, ironically, we're talking about this because we went to honor Chris and his family a couple of days ago, and we met his beautiful wife, Amber, and we found out she started the 703 Peacemakers Foundation.
Nice.
And John knows of this. Your organization knows of this because it's all to do with wellness of police officers. So, hats off to your fraternal order. Hats off to you. Hats off to Amber because it's PTSD is huge.
It is.
And we got to deal with it.
Absolutely.
So part of that with those is, I think it was Carlos's aunt said that we were talking about the weather on the trip this year and how fortunate we've actually been.
Right.
In all honesty, we have been. And she says that's because in part you have all these angels watching over you guys.
We
And
do.
She says, Ella's your angel, Carlos is our miracle, and Josh is our hero.
Absolutely. I absolutely, and that's one thing Josh needs to realize. He is an absolute hero. I'm really going to reach out to him, and I'm actually going to reach out through you. We've talked about it earlier. I really want Josh with us next year for 10 days.
And
Carlos is coming.
Carlos said, "Is if Elizabeth goes, I'm going.
So-
I will ride in the truck."
So here's one of the things that I actually talked to John about. And remember, we had talked about doing a van setup because we do have survivors. And so what's one thing that we're going to talk in September? Let's see how we can make that happen.
I unfortunately have a pretty keen insight on some of those van setups.
You do. Yeah, you do.
So
Yeah, it's because of your son. Yeah, absolutely. And but we got to talk about that because I was even telling John, and I said John and I just had talked about a van situation set up just literally 3 days ago, and this now being brought up where Carlos today said he wanted to go with us if possible. Absolutely, we need to. And it would be easier also for Eddie to be able to get in and out, and so we do have those families and we need to take care of them and we need to make it right. So yes, we will do
Carlos
that.
has actually taken a big step forward and has took it upon himself to come out and actually help other officers who have been shot in the line of duty.
Yeah.
And to see him, I mean, we had, I don't know, it felt like we were at University of Chicago Hospital way too much this past summer. But we had a couple of officers, I think they were shot within a few days of each other. And whenever we get out of the hospital, he showed up for both of those events to,
But you know
to be
that
there for them.
It's
And that-
powerful
It is.
and
It
it's
really
healing.
is.
It's absolutely healing. So
But I hadn't seen Carlos over at the memorial service. I only saw him when he came over to the memorial, and I had a moment because he was brought over in a wheelchair.
Yeah, he was gonna stand up.
He stood up at Ella's picture.
Yeah,
I had to turn around and walk away. I couldn't.
I saw you walking with
Yes.
Carlos
Yeah.
So
because he didn't
Yeah.
want to. He
No,
did
he
not
didn't walk
want.
in that
He
wheelchair.
wanted to walk
He wanted
up.
to walk, yes. And that just, I mean, the strength of a warrior. I mean, that's exactly what that is. I mean, he was not going to go see Ella next
No.
year.
No.
the progress that he's made in the last year is just absolutely,
I've seen that.
like you said, it is a miracle. I mean, he was, I remember him still being in the hospital, and we had, I think it was CJ's birthday party at the lodge, and we had him up on Zoom so he could see everybody in there, and I mean, it's just the way he talked. Just the way he was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get better, and here he is now. And like you said, I mean, he walks pretty good with the walker now.
Yeah.
His spirit is always positive and always trying to lift everybody else up. It really is amazing.
True
The
spirit of a
work he's
warrior.
doing.
And
Yeah,
that's
he's awesome.
And he's been reaching out. So one of the things that he said is that he has been in pretty constant contact with Tyler Bailey, who was also
Yes.
injured when Mar was
Yes. Yeah.
was,
When Mar-
was
yeah.
killed. So
Absolutely.
that's pretty amazing that he's reaching out to other injured officers and taking that upon through his healing and his rehab.
I'm
He's still
glad you
reaching out
brought
to
Mars'
others.
name up because that was the other aha moment. We have aha moments that we can't explain. And John brought this up when we were at Mars' department to honor her and her wife. She had just got back from Costa Rica. And Elizabeth and Ella's dream had been to go to Costa Rica. And so we explained how Mar and her wife were going to buy property, and she went back to look at some property and follow through. So it's just ironic that this whole world is working because I believe Ella's probably with Mar right now, and talking about Costa Rica, and so I believe it. So it's pretty heavy. There's John with Josh and Carlos, yeah, and there's Ella right in the middle. And John, I said her name, and she,
The Fernanda.
yes, I
Yeah.
think so. She almost got shot.
She did.
Yes.
They tried to pull a vehicle over, and as the car took off from, it started shooting back their squad car.
So we almost lost her.
She took a bullet to the side of her head.
Yeah.
Thank God it didn't penetrate the skull, but and her partner did a great job taking over because she was driving.
Right,
so
right.
the partner had to get her out, move her over, and took her to the hospital right away. She's another one who's amazing, and I mean it's just you don't think about all the what ifs too often.
Yeah.
You do that too often in this line of work, and it gets to you. But she's amazing, and Mike behind or next to her, it's amazing to watch coppers work when the shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
Pardon my French. And it's just you always expect the unexpected, but you never hope it's you.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's very, very fortunate, and she's doing really well.
And it was great having her there.
Yep.
So.
Again, it's just like I said, she was the one that I was talking about that came out of the hospital when Carlos showed up and was there for her. So
There's Elizabeth. And right behind Elizabeth is a sergeant, and she has one of the most beautiful voices.
Oh yeah, that was amazing.
Oh no! So that's Sergeant Boyd.
Yeah.
She's awesome. Kenyatta Gaines is the one who actually sang.
Okay.
Yes, and she
Okay.
does. She has a very beautiful voice. So that second song she did was great.
Yeah. Yeah. These are Ella's family. I didn't quite get. I didn't realize.
Friends,
Friends.
I believe.
Gotcha. There's mom. This is when Carlos was insisted on walking up. So, I mean, you know, you look at this, and then you go back to
Yeah.
I mean, it's a hero. That's a hero.
Yes, it
He
is.
didn't ask for help. He just started to get
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
He got up
pushed-
by
there
himself.
was a guy standing next to him.
Yeah.
He pushed him away. He pushed
He
him
did,
away.
Yeah.
and that's where
He said,
I
"No, I'm
saw, and I just kind of walked over, and
It's a
then
hero. It's a
I
hero.
didn't. I just held my hand out if he needed it, and he
But even more,
Yeah.
even more so, you know what else he and Josh did? They were not satisfied with just coming to see Ella.
walked around the whole.
They walked around and looked at every
Every single one.
single
Yeah.
one.
Yep.
And so did Elizabeth.
Yes.
And Carlos asked a bunch of questions.
About
He was like, "So
Yes.
what about this? Or what about this one?" And I
I heard
have
this story.
spoken. You know, he had some pretty neat
Yeah.
things to say about others on the memorial
absolutely.
and about the motorcycles. So his son didn't exactly want to get on one, but
No,
he was
Yeah.
CJ was very.
CJ wanted. He was like, I just want to see him.
I don't know what we were talking about, but we were talking about something. So right there, and there's me with John, Elizabeth, Carlos, and Josh and Ella. So, powerful day. And again, you know, we don't plan our stops. You know, when we do our route, it's done. We don't
They
we
say
don't
yes or no.
we don't look at dates. We don't. It's we ask the department if we could come and honor, and we just start plugging. And this year was one of the toughest years because we're doing 3 to 4 departments a day, and sometimes doing 300 to 400 miles a day.
Right.
And so we didn't pick today as a day that we're
Yeah.
intentionally coming. And as we got closer, in fact, it was just a couple of days ago, we realized that, oh my God, this is
1 year anniversary.
1 year anniversary. And we didn't plan it out that way. So, but it was a blessing. I think everything happens for a reason. All right. Well, traditionally we do a toast. Would you like something to sip on, or are you good with water?
I'm okay. If you're okay with water, I'm okay.
We're
with water.
okay, but
All
you're
right.
going to have to do the toast. So,
I have to do the toast.
yeah, we made John do the toast every single night.
All right.
So we're going to do 3 toasts. I'm going to do a toast for beautiful police officer Gary Stephen Hibbs that has 2 beautiful children, 3 grandchildren, a beautiful girlfriend. Just a beautiful son that is following dad's footsteps, and phenomenal firearms instructor, phenomenal father, and then his daughter, just a beautiful daughter. So we're also going to do a toast for Lieutenant James Kouski Jr., amazing man. Just the stories we got about how he was a dedicated police officer and just amazing man. And the watch was April 3rd, 2021. And we're going to do a toast for police officer Ella Grace French. And her end of watch was August 7th, 2021. She is a daughter that is loved by her mother and placed a smile on her mother from ear to ear, and traveled with her and had so many dreams. And then, you know, she's in good hands now, and she's watching from above and making sure everyone is being taken care of. So we're going to do a toast for her. You do the toast, buddy.
Gary, James, and Ella, although you are gone from this earth, You will never be forgotten. Your legacies will always be with us, and you will never be forgotten. Thank you.
The in between beer. Gary. All right, where are we tomorrow, Richard? It's day 69.
Yes.
Mike's riding tomorrow. Did you bring riding gear? Or
Hey,
wet
Rain gear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, it's going to
He
be
brought
raining.
riding gear, he brought cold weather gear. warm
I
weather
got
gear.
everything. I was already.
Got 8
I,
suitcases over there.
I didn't even get into the truck yet. I already had my balls busted because I had too much.
I was gonna bring that up.
You gotta be prepared, right?
He has more luggage than 4 of
I've
us
got one-
combined, and we're here for 3 months.
For 1 week.
He's here for
I've got one
7 days.
suitcase,
1 week.
a backpack, and then the duffel bag's got all the shirts.
Plus a laptop bag. Plus,
The laptop. I already said that. The backpack.
You got more stuff than we have for 3
Listen,
months.
you show me how I can cut it down, and then we'll go.
Look at his
Yeah.
suitcase.
All right.
Didn't have to go and buy a banana suit.
Yeah.
John left his. He didn't show up. He didn't have any.
No, he went to the farm and ranch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
didn't bring
He
any
was our
reindeer.
minion.
Reindeers. He looked like one of those minions. We got a
You got pictures, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
All right, where are we at tomorrow?
We start a day in Fond du Lac Police Department to honor Officer Joseph Kerr, end of watch 9/22/21. Then we go to Wisconsin Department of Military Affairs Security to honor Officer Chad Christensen, end of watch 12/18/21.
And where are we staying tomorrow night?
That's Western.
Duluth.
Duluth, Minnesota.
I was gonna say this is spelt wrong.
Also, Duluth called and left a message on my phone. They didn't have a double bed, so they're putting you in a king with a hideaway. I'm sorry? All right. That was your 5th room because you asked for 5 rooms, right? Gotcha. All right.
We got it.
You got it.
It's taken care of.
She's taken care of. Good evening, Carol. This is from Tammy. Hello, everyone. Love you all. God bless you all. Love you.
Jinx.
It's that Tammy's his wife.
Oh. Hi, Tammy.
Oh, your uncle is saying hello, lovelies and nieces. That's not the blue. Gary says, Damien doesn't like the attention, but give him a hug from us. Sorry about the rain. Gary says Damien doesn't like the attention, but give him
We got to give you hugs.
yeah. And sorry about the rain. Absolutely will. Eddie, good evening. Eddie is a survivor.
Eddie, we
Hey, Eddie.
saw Dan's family today at hometown, and it was amazing to see them. And again,
Eddie, we still have the tradition. Everyone's been doing it. So I have a new candidate to teach and explain why. So we'll be doing it tonight. It was painful. It was a picture of the trailer at the Harley Dealership Museum in Wisconsin, which means we're in Chicago on this day last year. On a side note, some of Dan's family were at Home Time Stop today. Yes, we saw them. Thank you, Eddie.
Yeah, Ella was actually killed the day after we left Chicago last year.
It was, yeah.
2 days after
Two
our
days
visit.
after.
We were here on the 3rd.
We were
No,
on the
sorry,
5th.
on the 5th. On
On
the
the
5th.
fifth,
Sorry,
yes.
5th.
So,
Joel, good evening. JC, good evening. Joel. Art, oh my God, I love you. We have been talking about you, and we talked about you and your family with Elizabeth, Ella's mom, as well as a few other moms and dads last couple of days. So bless you and love you. Bishop Jerry says, good evening, BTC. Good. God bless and ride safe. Will do. Thank you. Jen, Love you. Good evening. That's
Hi, honey. Love you.
Gregory Keith Cameron. Good evening, all. Love what you're doing. Stay safe. Thank you so much, Gregory. Lucy says, good evening, EOW family. Good evening, Lucy. Linda says, have to be careful. The love from the blue rubs off on people. Can't get too close. Yeah, I tried. I tried to give a hug, but that was a no-no.
You would have got arrested, I think, if you tried to hug.
So just so
Walk
that
the mayor.
so that you all know, the mayor has a bubble, and it's a 4-foot bubble. You're not allowed to get within that 4 feet. So what happened was,
He doesn't know how to measure correctly.
yeah, I really wanted to make sure that I was able to get a hold of the mayor and explain what we we're doing. So as soon as the one security detail turned, I entered the bubble, and the rest is history.
Not to worry, I had my phone ready
Yeah.
if he were to be tackled.
Allison says, haters gonna hate Mary Lightfoot. Eddie says, come out to Colorado and my clinic and do some hyperbaric treatments to help with PTSD. My HBOT for the first responders is up and running. Awesome. Eddie, I'll start pushing that to everyone as well. And we'll figure out how to get them to the clinic. That's one thing while you're with us. Let's talk about duration and stuff, and we'll discuss it more. Allison says there will be a family of LT Dennis Sylvester from Port Wentworth Police Department in
Fond du Lac.
Fond du Lac tomorrow. Perfect. Awesome.
Very
Thank you for letting us know.
Yes.
If you can reach out, Allison, to them and let them know to get when they arrive to talk to Allison and myself, we will definitely make sure they're taken care of. Chris, good evening. Hugs to you. God bless you. Thank you, sir. Well, good.
One more little thing.
Yeah.
To send a special birthday wish out.
Yeah.
Alan Cortez.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
It's Alan's
Alan's
birthday.
birthday.
Yeah.
Alan's birthday.
Yeah.
So, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Alan.
So,
Oh gosh, this is worth it.
Oh, Alan.
Happy birthday, Alan.
See, I had to pull some strings to get Alan.
Right.
So, thanks, Alan.
Proof of life for a week.
proof of life for a week. All right. It's Sunday, so we have a work week coming up starting Monday. So if you're out and about, please, and you see, well, yeah, it's a work week. Most people go to work on Mondays. If you're out and about, if you see a first responder on the road, please slow down, stop, move over. There's 3 little things. 3 words. I love you. Doesn't cost you a dime. If you see any Leos or first responders, let them know you love them. If they let you hug them, give them a hug. If you see an EOW family member or a survivor, don't say anything. Just go up and give them a big hug. Tell them you love them. Let's keep all our EOW families in our prayers. It's another lonely night. The world has stopped. And we just have to make sure that they are remembered and recognized. God bless all of you. Be safe out there. No texting and driving. No drinking and driving. Love you all. Bye.
Good night, everybody.